Welcome to Project Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In this video, we're going to have a bit of a change of pace from the last two, and we're actually going to work on expanding my capital vessel because I think it's time to, one, add a little bit more in storage, and two, sort out the rear of the ship. Just if you're not sure what I'm talking about, we'll just come in here. Apologies for the horrible green color. It seems that this seems to be the standard weather. What I want to do in this part is expand the back of the ship, put a hangar deck on the back, and hopefully we'll still be able to stay within the CPU limit, because I feel that I really need to sort out this back section and get the overall shape of the ship. But before that, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about, and somebody did post a comment about the fact of me being a little bit upset about destroying the loot boxes when I took out the core, and I think they made quite a good observation in the fact that that's the way it goes. And I think when you do things like that, you remember more against the next time. The reason I'm going in here is somebody also posted, I think it was their second attempt to tell me about the loot boxes up here, and I have actually found them. We can jump straight up to there, should be okay, because there are two loot boxes which I missed. And as they pointed out, what you should be doing is actually looking up more. And if we come up here and jump up here, you'll find that there's a loot box up here. General supplies, while we're actually on the right thing here. The vessel, we'll shove that in there. And we'll put this stuff in here. I'm actually looking for a rifle upgrade kit, I think, at the moment. And we'll put food and meds in there. There's one on this side. We'll just take it away so that salvage that out there. See, there's some just, oh, these are armored glass. That could be quite useful. And then if we go over to the other side, oops, take that. It's only a little bit of carbon substrate. So as they pointed out, there's another one up. We've got some more resources. Take everything they got at the moment. And what we got here: assault rifle, projectile pistol, projectile pistol. Nothing particularly fantastic, but we might be able to, well, we might be able to sell some of this stuff off over time. Okay, we'll just go out and take that. And why? That reminds me, I've got to find the core. Where did I put the core? Core in there. I'm not going to core the POI straight away because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need in in blocks. So I don't want to core this unless I actually need the blocks. I mean, there's a good chance I will need them because I've only got so many blocks left inside my base. Shut up, guys. Absolutely no idea where they are, but we might find them in the process of what we're doing. I think that's going to stand inside the ship. Yeah, actually some, we might as well, actually there's a few around here. I'm quite a bit short on vegetable matter, so we'll just pick these up in there right next door. It's the old survival instinct from the early days of this game. If any of you didn't play the very early versions of this game when it was in alpha, life used to be quite tough. In fact, it was quite common when you first started to die many times and have to restart before you actually managed to get a foothold. It was pretty brutal at the beginning. Raw food, we'll just shove that in there. Looks like I didn't really need that. And we'll just shove this stuff in here. Of course, the first thing we're going to need to do is take off the back of the ship. I think we're going to operate from inside here using the personal drone. We should be able to do it from here. Because what I need to do is take off this back section to expose the machine room, because inside the machine room at the moment is a gravity generator, which is a little bit of a pain. But I've got an idea for how to do that. Anyway, first things first, we're going to need to connect to this so that we can take off the hardened blocks on the back here. So we're just going to take off this whole back section. I'm not sure how high this actually is with respect to the hangar deck, so I'm not going to take off that back level. We're going to have to take off the thrusters as well. Just hack through here. We're going to need to keep that width there. We're probably going to need to take off these ones here as well. We'll take off these. Just kind of work backwards and forwards. And we'll take that there, here. And I do want to expose the actual machine room, so we'll just keep taking these off here like that. We're going to need to take these off. We've now kind of got back to I think those outer blocks, these ones, line up with the thing. In fact, I don't really need to take those off, do I? These are over the doors. So if I want to take out this section here and take out that bit there, take out the... Actually, I've just had a thought. If I kind of pull... That's the machine room. What I want to do is for this to come back. I'm just wondering if I could bring the warp drive back. In fact, I could probably add some more storage capability to the back of here, couldn't I? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll take out those there. We've got that there. I think I've already made some containers. Put those there. What I'm going to do is put another... We'll put 1, 2, 3 there. Then we'll take the warp drive out. Make sure we don't destroy it by accident. You can see we've got the gravity generator there. I'm going to snick that out. Warp drive, where are you? Put the warp drive. Rotate. What I want to do is just put the warp drive right at the back here, like that. And then what that should do is leave enough space in front for the gravity generator. There's the gravity generator. There's the gravity generator. The gravity generator will now fit in this corner here. And it will still leave enough space here for the shield generator. And it leaves a little bit of space here should we need anything else. Because we want this space up here for the CPU extenders. And we got... Yeah, I think we'll be okay because we can put the CPU extenders behind here should we need it. So we've now got the back of the room here. How are we going to build this? We got the back wall here. Actually, I wouldn't mind if I take out these blocks and there. We can put in the alien blocks in here. Oops. We'll put a couple of alien blocks in like that. That will reinforce that wall there. And then actually liking possibly the idea of having kind of glass panel here so we can see the actual warp drive from inside of the hangar deck. The hangar deck would be that level, won't it? Because that's the level of the doors. Let me just find the... I think we can just use ordinary steel blocks. No, this is the machine room. This needs to be protected. Plus the fact is you're going to have that floor there. So if I put in say a row of blocks across like that, that now gives us that bit there. I don't want to use the alien blocks on this because I want to have the option to texture like that. Actually, if we put in another row like that, we can create a window here that will look in on the warp drive. I don't want to use the heavy windows, so I'll just use these armored windows. So, oops, no, 5. What is the... What we could do is put in something like that across like that. Actually, that just makes that a little bit kind of chunky, doesn't it? So we take these out again, like that, and then, say for argument's sake, I put in something like that across. That kind of leads into the actual window here. A little bit worried about the thickness of the roof. I mean, we're gonna have to try. That kind of creates an internal window which gives a view on the machine room. Now, let me just see, where is the landing gear? The landing gear is there, so that's the line of the ship coming out. Kind of thinking possibly coming out, how can you say, we got this area here which I kind of shaped. Right, let's just try and speed this up a little bit with the symmetry paint. We got the symmetry plane there. If I in here knock up one of these, that we need to leave kind of a vent for the thruster. Oops. What we got here, we need a back wall to protect these thrusters. So this will be fully enclosed. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a row of Xeno steel there. Whoops. Wow. Okay. Am I getting some kind of double symmetry going on here? Oh yeah. I never thought there was something a bit odd. Anyway, we'll... Never done that before. Just take that out there. So we've now got effectively our back wall, and the floor of the hangar deck will be lined there. And this effectively represents this here. The question now is, how deep am I going to make the what we call it, the actual hangar deck itself? You just see, so if we go I always like my hangar decks to be deep enough to take a fairly chunky HV. What we got? That's 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if we can see the proportions of the ship. Too many greens are here at the moment. I think we're going to come out one more like that, and then what I do is I want to come out kind of full width like that. That gives me I think we're going to come out another one, because what I'm thinking is 9x5 for the hangar entrance on the back here. And I think for the actually I could sneak this back. Actually, it just suddenly occurred to me that we're actually going to put, I'm just going to take this off, And so this is going to be 10 deep. Right, I think I've got, I was making some, what we call it, got a container controller for a CV. Where is the actual container blocks? Oh, they're there. Sorry. Apologies for that. Forgot I pulled them out, didn't I? What we're gonna, oops. Well, I want them 3 across anyway. Now we roughly in the middle, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be where I would want to put a repair bay. So if I come out, if I put the controller, say about, we've got to think about the center of gravity of the ship. So if I put that there, and we put one in there, 2, oops, that's okay. 3, 4, 5. For some reason these won't drag. Because I've used up some on the back there, didn't I? So I need 1, 2, need another 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's knock those out. This is where I think I'm going to need to start looting the bits and pieces. Could use normal steel blocks here now for the moment. I think we'll just put in a row of, we just check this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll just kind of seal that off like that. What type of shape do I need? Actually, let me just put this on the back here. And then, actually, I can probably do it the quick way, can I? If I've got this hooked to here, I should be able to upgrade this. In fact, we could probably upgrade these back ones as well. Just, I mean, I've got loads of titanium plates, so you can just backfill this here. And what I want on the back here is something like that. Oops. Okay, we'll just put and we'll just put you there at the moment. And we'll put that in there. Yeah, thank you, game. And stop telling me that I'm... I think we can now... Whoops. Pick here. So we can find those, what we call it again. There we are. I'm gonna drop those in. And I think we'll just take a quick look at at the moment we've got storage for 192,000 units. Let me see. This is 192,000 as well. I think we might be able to make this a little bit bigger, but we'd have to take these blocks out. I'll think about that, because what I want to do now is, I'm sure I've got a hangar deck in here. Yes, I have. Because when you're kind of building a hangar deck, what you want to do is decide on the doors you want and put it on the back first. I want 9 by 5. Is that set right? I think that's right, isn't it? I'll be completely honest. I find 9 by 5 is probably about the best width to for getting large HVs into the ship. So we've now got that door there. We need to take out here. I'm just gonna, I don't want to upgrade, I just want to retrieve. And then, because we got piles of these steel blocks, I'm just gonna bring this out and see if that actually, that matches up with that. Brilliant. Because what that means is that this will extend the landing deck back to here from here. So we're going to need to take out these blocks here, retrieve these, and what we're going to need to do now, so we've now got the kind of general shape of the ship here. I think I am going to, what was it, 1 2 3 4, how many of these did I come out? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we're going to take out 6 7 8. Oops, I better move myself. Oh, I can move myself this way. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make another 1 2 3 4 5 16 of those. I think if we add another 16 blocks on here, it'd be great. What I'm going to do now is just do a little bit of looting over the back here. We're going to start. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll get up on the roof of the, that's armored concrete. I'm not really interested in armored concrete. We need some food. Not raw food. Food and meds. Were the what I want to do now is really start to take out some of these. I'm going to just retrieve some hardened steel block. Ah, no. 2 3 4. What? Oh, I haven't caught it. Ah. Oops, bit of a fail. Sorry about that. Okay, let's just have a little bit of a core. And yeah, I know. Reactor. Turn the power off. Certainly going to take the oxygen out. About 6,000 odd oxygen. We've got a new container controller. Yeah, I think we'll just start putting in the new container controller. That means there's a lot of oxygen tanks in here, which I wasn't aware of. But we're certainly going to take that. That gives me 24 oxygen. Logistics, other devices. Let's see what else we've got in here. Any more? Right, we've got some cargo boxes, but I'm pretty sure I've already emptied these. But we're just take a quick look, just in case. Oh well. Yeah, shut up. And, actually, that was a bit of a mistake. Because what I should be doing is moving all these blocks away from the ammo box. But what we're going to do now is I'm just going to loot out hardened steel blocks. We'll start at the top here. Okay, welcome back. I think I'm getting enough to be going on with, so I'm just going to pick out these last couple of rows. Kind of triggered a couple of accidental collapses as well. Oh, I'm not going to bother chasing that. I think I've grabbed quite a lot here. Pick up debris. Wow, that whole top section collapsed. Let me just grab these steel blocks here. Alien blocks. Okay, I think I've got enough to be going on with now. I'm just going to jump back over the wall so we get close to the ship again. Whoops. Ah. Oh well, we'll just go up the ramp here and fly across to here. We can stand down here, so I'm not actually in the ship. Now, first things first, what we're going to do is, well, pick up all these nice hardened steel blocks. And where is got another 16 containers? We'll add those first. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. What that should do now is gives me storage for 320,000. I think that would be quite adequate for what I want to do. And what we're going to do next is just fill in the floor here. So we're going to hate it when the game does that. Come in here. Of course, we're going to need to come out like that. With that block there. And of course, we're going to need to put in the roof. So we're going to use up a lot of blocks here. And in this, whoops. And what I like to do is have a solid run all the way to the actual locker door here. This gives us a nice big kind of run of build things here. Now we are going to widen this because what we're going to need here is we're going to need to put the thrusters on. And I don't like putting the thrusters directly against the actual hangar itself. So we're going to need to make an area for the thrusters. So we're going to have to kind of come out like this. I think we're just start back like that. Wow. So we're going to kind of put that there. And so we're kind of getting the framework now of the hangar. And of course we're going to need to put, I think we'll put this across the back here. Like this. And come out one more like, actually I think we're there. I think I like that bit there. And let's just take a look at the CPU for this thing. How are we doing? We're only up to 360,000, but I'm gonna have to put some thrusters on. Of course, we've increased the weight of the ship, so we're gonna need to put in, we can say, where's the thrusters I picked up? We've got 17 medium thrusters. We also put these thrusters on. Well, we can get these thrusters in. Bit of symmetry. Like that. That'll give us 4 forward thrusters. And there's space in the middle there for should we need another one. Kind of thinking that we're going to need to come out a bit wider here. We're going to have to come back like that. We've got, how's the CPU? It's the CPU that's making me a bit twitchy. So we've really put on a lot in thrusters now. But I would like to have at least 2 more lift thrusters. So we may be pushing this a little bit. Let me just see. Well, that's 2 more lift thrusters. How's the CPU now? Makes sense. Let me just... Anyway, let me just group the thrusters together. Group. But that gives me 6 lift thrusters, 4 forward thrusters. And what we need to do now is just put in this floor here. Let's just kind of chunk in the main structure like that. We're put in a couple of blocks like that, and then I think we can start with just going to flesh out the main shape like that. And normally I would put machine room stuff here, but I think in this time out we're going to just kind of come back like that. And just come back with some more like that. We've got this thruster here. These thrusters, we got thrusters there, got the thrusters there. My inclination is to take these thrusters out and put them, say, back about here, because at the moment all the down thrust is concentrated at the front of the ship. I think I will actually. If we take this one out and this one out, and then we'll put you and small thrusters. Got to be some small thrusters in here. I've just picked two of them up. Certainly gonna have to tidy this up. Where did the small thrusters go? Vessel, building materials. Oh, we've got, these are the small thrusters here actually. I just couldn't see them. I was looking at the wrong ones. And I think if I put the small thruster, say about there, that should give me a little bit of flexibility. Actually, 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to, right, I'm going to just revert to steel blocks for the moment there. Just going to use up some of these steel blocks. And then we'll just use the, I mean, because of my collapsing things, these steel blocks, oops, can't upgrade a thruster, and I'm just gonna this side because of course the symmetry plane doesn't allow you to symmetrically upgrade things. So we've now got a pretty good wide area here. We've got a couple of and we're just going to drop you in there. This gives me a landing deck, and ideally what I'd like to do is put some more turrets down here. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and get some more hardened steel blocks, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. I've picked up another 352 hardened steel blocks. The other thing I've been thinking about is, rather than just having great big solid walls along here, but maybe we can put in some additional stuff along here. Maybe out here somewhere on this outer wall. Put some windows in. Just see something. Probably put in something like just above here, so we can kind of recess the windows in, just to kind of put a little bit of character on there. Plus these really heavy windows have slightly more protection than the other ones. So if we can kind of put in it just means that the ship won't look quite so kind of chunky is probably the correct word for it. And we've got okay, we haven't got okay, let me just take out that one. Actually no, just retrieve that one. Also have to retrieve it on the other side as well. Looks like we've actually we're probably going to need to get rid of that thing. Just yeah, because it's already interfered with the construction on this side, which is a bit of a pain, but it's gone now. 3. And what was the shape on this end? That went that way, so if we kind of no, actually, if I rotate this, actually we'll do it on the other side in the correct orientation. Do it on this side. I'm gonna put it like that, so kind of a bit of a shape like that. What I'll do is I'll work on this side, because that will, oops, get a few complaints. What will happen is if I fill it in from this side, what will happen is why did that, okay, for one, what's that, 1 2 3 4, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know we got some actual those heavy windows deeper in the POI, so I'm just going to leave that for them. We're just not going to worry about that too much for the moment. I need to stop flickering game. Apologies for that, but if I just bring, I think if we stop there, let me just check, make sure that is, yeah, we're okay on that side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start about there, come across like that to there. We'll put a block in there, because what we've got to do now is somehow merge this big area here into, wouldn't mind a lateral thrusters here. I wonder if I could get some lateral thrusters in here as well. I mean, we've got a whole cluster of thrusters here. Oh, let me just see. If we take out that, I mean, there won't be a risk of heat if I take out that one there and that one there. Got a thruster there. I think I'm now probably getting very close to the what we call it. Let me just put that back to 0. Yeah, 400. We've only got 30,000 left, so I can't really put any more thrusters. I think this might be the time to see if this thing will actually fly. Let me just, well, first things first, let's get rid of the symmetry plane. Flying with the symmetry plane on can be a bit of a problem, because what actually happens is the symmetry plane doesn't move. Just come in here, we'll just do the auto group. So we've now got all our thrusters there. And we're just going to jump in the ship. So we're going to need to hickory pokery the thrusters. Well, we do have takeoff, which is a little bit of a surprise. Apologies that we can't really see. A bit better that way. Just press Alt a little bit. So we've got takeoff. We've got an overall shape to the ship like that. I'd like to move the guns, but if I move the guns, I'll lose ammunition. Can't really see. Just take a look around the ship here now. I think we've got an overall shape now, which I like fairly reasonably. The problem we got at the moment is probably those spiky things. So if I just pull back a little bit here and land, so we know the ship can maneuver. Turn the thrusters off now. Let's just turn that off, put the ordinary lights on. really do need to put some lights in this ship, but that will be once I've got oh, shut up, that frightened the living daylights out of me. And we've got here, of course, we're going to need to do some texturing up as well. You can see we've now got an entry into here. I'm going to need to get another armored window here. We've got quite a nice big chunk of storage now. I must admit, I do really like having the storage in the floor of the hangar deck, because otherwise it's just a bit of a waste of space. We'll just take that, so it's tidied up a little bit. We always have fun merging in these corners and trying to decide what I actually want to do, but I think overall we're pretty good. What I will do is we're just gonna, that is the landing gear. Ideally, I should really need to reposition that landing gear as well, shouldn't I? Because the landing gear is a little bit far forward. The ship is a little bit unbalanced. But to do that, where would I put the landing gear? I think we're just going to walk under the ship and going to upgrade this slot. And just that's all going to be, I mean, this is going to take the brunt of any attack. So we've got that area there. Probably would like to bring the landing gear out, say, probably somewhere along these lines here. Actually, there's nothing to say that we can't have another 2 sets of large landing gear, isn't there? We could put some large landing gear in here. Of course, I want to just wait. And of course, we're going to need to put some more, another layer of these thin, hardened steel blocks here. I think we can probably come out one more and then kind of start to blend this in. This is 1, 2, 3 blocks here. Yeah. How am I off for blocks at the moment? 318. And okay, we're just gonna get back to there. Symmetry plane actually come back to the correct position, which is good. I think what we're going to do is another row of half blocks underneath here. Bring you back to about there. And then I think to give the ship a little bit of shape, is there like a thin half block type thing? No, don't want that. That's what I'm looking for. Just put that there. Then just no. Come along like that. Just put. I think that's good enough for the moment. And then if we can find a. Oops, nope, on that. Always annoys me when the game does this. Easier just to do it this way and take it off afterwards. That kind of technically encases the thruster, but I've just upgraded that to a super hardened block. So that kind of gives the underneath of the ship a little bit of shape. And then what we can do is get to here. And just run this along this side here, like that. And then I can do the same at the top to give a sense of symmetry. Although I would like a turret position somewhere about here. Actually, so if we put that along like that, and then put 3 big blocks here, that's a potential turret position. And then what I could do is just take out that block there. And we'll have to take that blocks out here, like that. And we'll put in a couple of solid blocks there, like that. And then one possibly there. And what we can do is start to shape the ship. Actually, we'll come out one more like that. And we got this lateral thruster there. What we can do is come forward to and like that, and like that. Let me see here. This is the end wall, so we're going to fill the end wall in here. We're just going to keep using the so that makes that solid, and I think we're just fill that bit in there. We're now in a position, and if I put in blocks down here like that, and we're just going to take this thruster out. These are small thrusters anyway, it's their lateral thrusters. So take these out here, and I think just put steel blocks in here like that. And I think if I actually, we've got that thruster there, that thruster there. I think if we kind of, it's on the line of the ship here, isn't it? In some ways I should bring that thruster down a little bit. I think actually if we take out this block here, yeah, I think that would be a good position. Yeah. Ah, I've lost where did I take the thruster out? Actually, can I? Is there enough? No, there's. Okay. Let me just take out the 2 on this side. Come back. So we'll take out that thruster there, that thruster there, and then we'll just find the. Oh, I've still got the thrusters on here. We'll just. I don't want the big thrusters. I want the small thrusters. Put you there. We can put that block back in there. And what that means is I can put, let's just see if I can get a basic shape here. So if I get a shape like that, and then we're going to come in like that, that there. In fact, we go with something like that, that there. It's annoying me, this And then what that does is it kind of blends this bit in here. We're gonna have to find some way to blend in this area here. In fact, what we might be able to do is turn it to our advantage and reinforce this turret position. I think we can just put a couple of these on that corner there, and we can put you there, you there. Probably go with a solid block there. I'm not sure I want to put a solid block there because we've got to blend in that area there. We have to find a heavy window for there, but I've just realized I'm going over time on this video, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.